Good evening. It's Tuesday, July 7th, 2026, and welcome to another episode of the HOFC Podcast, powered by the Broken Belt Network. Tonight, the fellas are going to take a break from complaining about Bohm and Nola and take a few moments with 2008 Phillies World Series champion, number 47 pitcher Scott Eyre. Before we get into that, though, how you doing, Scott? Before we get into having a chat with you here, just like to bring up again the Homers for Hope Souls Home Run Derby that is going to be happening on August 1st of this year at the Trenton Thunder Stadium. Fuzzy and myself will be going at it. Fuzzy's going to be defending his title. I am going to try to rip that away from him. Just so you guys have a little background, Homers for Hope is up over 40 families now that they've been able to help. And in that, with those 40 families, they have raised over $500,000. They're paying for services for these, paying bills, doing all kinds of things for these families. Our goal for the Hall of Fame Club podcast is $2,000. You'll see the link up top there and scrolling across the bottom. We definitely appreciate anything you can do to help. Any little bit is helpful. I threw out last podcast that if your business makes a donation, that I will wear your company's t-shirt for at least one swing and be stripping them off during the swings. So, quick little plug for your business while I'm standing there if you're interested. I'm sure Fuzzy's got something.
And he's a size medium, guys.
Yes, medium. That'd be the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, Fuzzy's got a surprise.
There's no reason to see your heart beating.
That'll be fun. Again, August 1st, 2027, Trenton Thunder Stadium. Come out and see us. Most of the proceeds from the day of the concessions and stuff that's being sold there are going to go right into the pot that's helping this year's family. Again, check out homersforhope.org to see this year's family and see what you can do to help. Any little bit you can do to help is absolutely amazing.
I'm going to put the link up in a minute for our direct. If you want to volunteer, there's a link down there. Is you can email them directly. They do need some staff this year to help run it. It is a top-notch production. We would really appreciate it if you can't do it financially, and we understand that. That is completely understandable. But believe it or not, this takes a very large amount of people to get, and you get well taken care of. We will make sure that you're good. Volunteering is, getting out there and making sure, the operations are running good. It's a really good show and production. But if you got the money and you want to donate, we'll put up our donation link in a moment. And we, would appreciate it if you want to donate on anyone's behalf. We'll make sure we'll give you a shout out on the show for that. So thank you very much. If you already have, Fuzz, I saw you shining that little belt thing off there. I saw a video of you tripping with it.
No, that may have been AI.
No, I saw you tripping. Because everything, all videos are. We might have it up later.
No, hold on. So why we have a picture here? Why don't you show them the video of me since I won last year and I represented Homers for Hope at Trenton Thunder? I got to throw out the first pitch and, cue the video. Do you have it ready?
No. Why would you do that?
Because it's what I do.
This is so host ever.
It's what, dude. I shoot my shot. Why are you playing the music?
I didn't hit that. That was you.
But when you threw out your first pitch, did the guy throw a perfect game?
Oh,
or no?
Let me tell you something.
I should say no hitter.
His first pitch was
here we go.
Fucking atrocious.
It was a little high.
Worse than 50 cents.
No.
Was that girl
Not quite
Kelly
that bad.
Jepsen?
No.
There's been some bad ones.
Yeah, no. Nothing. You would have seen it. It would have been viral already. I'm just saying for someone, it would have, trust me, I would have put it out there. I would have made it happen any way I could have.
My one and only first pitch was Doc's no-hitter in the postseason.
Oh.
I threw the first pitch out that game.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great.
Oh,
That's
I
great.
threw the first pitch out, and I did get him to sign the ball.
That's awesome. So
Nice.
I want to throw this out there real quick. So that game I was supposed to go to, but my wife
really?
had school. My wife had school, and I had to take care of my kids. She texted me in the middle of the game, and she's like, "Are the Phillies winning? Is Roy pitching good?" Because she was really upset because they traded Phillie. And I was like, I didn't answer. And then she's like, an hour later, she's like, "Did the Phillies win?" I'm like, "Yeah." How did Roy Halladay do? This is 2010. Check your phone. Leave the classroom. You're allowed. And it should have been a perfect game, but we won't go there.
No, don't go there. But then Chooch can't make that great play at the end of the game.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's true.
On the swing,
Tripping over the bat.
that hit the
Yep.
hat. Yeah.
Yep, Brandon Phillips.
Yep. Never
all right.
know.
We're gonna just kind of jump right into this.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the lead here with you, Scott, because this is a topic that we have had ad nauseum as just sports fans. You are a man who has the experience, and maybe this will muddle our thoughts on it. It might change some of our thoughts, but you yourself have talked about Rich Doobie and Charlie. He gave everyone in the 08 bullpen a locked-in role.
Yeah.
So like you, Romero, Durbin, Condrey, Madsen, Lidge, everyone knew who they were for the game when they were going to happen. Today's game, it's all about like floating your high leverage arms based on analytics. Who do you have coming up in the rotation? You look at all style of metrics. As a player, does that modern style mess with a reliever's mental prep, or is that just the way it's become? And would you have hated this?
Yes, I would have hated it because we knew when you can't be locked in position players can be locked in all the time. That's just it. Relievers they were a little different breed and whatnot. As a starting pitcher, you get locked in from the morning you get up that day throughout the game. Max Scherzer, just a crazy man all day long. Doesn't talk to anybody, things like that. As a reliever, we knew when we needed to get locked in. Like if it was the fifth or sixth inning, I'm starting to look over the board, see who's coming up, and they got 6 righties up. I can go to the bathroom if I want to. I'm good. But then you had Mick Villmeyer in the bullpen telling us, hey, they got 3 lefties on the bench. They'll pinch hit for 2 of those guys. Though, okay, I can't go to the bathroom. I'm just going to sit here and warm up or loosen up. You knew when you were going to pitch, and if it got past a certain point, you knew unless something happened tied or something else happened, you pretty much weren't pitching that day if it got past like a certain inning. If it got to the 8th inning, I may warm up, but there's a slim chance I'm going in with Madsen and Lidge or JC. If JC's already gone in the 7th, then I might have to pitch, refocus. But, if JC goes into the 7th inning, I can just sit down because then you had Madsen in the 8th. I may have to get up and warm up if he was struggle or whatnot. He didn't struggle much, but yeah, it would be different, but everything, the game's a lot different now. So, maybe that's how they came up through travel ball, through college with that non-specified role type. Like I still think the opener thing is weird, but some teams justify it. I just think it's weird.
So
my dad and I were talking about that the other day, and it's like, is this a thing that we needed in baseball, right? Like things change in baseball all the time, but like, what purpose does it serve? It almost feels like a planned bullpen game, right? Like you don't want to call it that, but that's fine. But now you have a planned open. Like, did baseball need that? Is the question.
I don't think they did, but I don't see the purpose of it. Actually, they say, oh well, the starter's not facing the top 4 guys in the lineup till the 2nd or 3rd inning. So now you're saying your starter's not good enough to get the top 3 guys in the lineup out? That's how I read it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's how I read it. Like you're saying, hey, Zach Wheeler, we're not going to let you face the 1, 2, 3 hitters in the first inning. We're going to bring in such and such because we want you to face the rest. Well, then what happens when they come up with men on base in the 3rd inning now? Because at that time, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I'm not a numbers person.
Maybe they should have an opener for Nola. That way he doesn't maybe he can get a little rhythm later in the game. I said we weren't going to complain about him. I'm sorry.
You did.
Yeah. So
you didn't even last 10 minutes.
no, it's
Now you sound like his wife.
Oh dear Lord. So I have a quick question. So obviously you pitched game 3 and you pitched game 4. The one play that stands out to me in that World Series, and I just want to know, like, what was your genuine reaction when Utley faked that throw to first, and he just threw home and just nailed him? And because JC was the pitcher, because I just remember him hopping over the umpire and Chooch and going nuts.
Yep.
So, like, what was your reaction seeing that play?
I think if like everybody else, I think my eyes went to first base because I was. Wow, where was I? I was in the dugout at that time. I don't remember where I was, but I'm pretty sure everybody, even the camera. I've watched the video, on you see these reels and clips and stuff, and even the camera goes, whoop, whoa, wait, he didn't throw the ball. He kind of started to go to first base and had to come back. You can't teach that. How did Chase know to do that? Like, what's the thought process in that is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's movie level shit, really. It's like something you see in a movie and you talk about, like, it doesn't really work. It's kind of like what we say, the Phillie special on paper is so stupid. It should not work. It looks like it belongs in a little league, like Little Giants Part 2, right?
Yeah.
So it's funny you bring that up because I was at Keith's house, we were all watching it, and I just sat there in utter silence. And I just looked at my family, and we had a bunch of little kids. And excuse my language, I went, "What the fuck just happened?"
I think a lot of people said that.
Like, I just looked, and I was like, and then like the group chats, like, did what? Like, did that?
You
really
saw the annexation of Puerto Rico, basically.
I'm pretty sure Tim McCarver hit the mute button and said that.
So, but all right. So 2008, you pitched for the Phillies. We have people who look up your stats. You had 3 wins and you threw a total of 12 pitches. Did Lidge or Matson ever get on you about that? Because that's a crazy stat.
I think my first in the 3 wins, I threw 12 pitches, right? I think in my first one, it was Cole Hamill started the game, and I could be wrong. It's been a long time. I think he went 6 or 7 innings. I came in and faced one batter. I think I threw 2, maybe 3 pitches, and it was the little blonde-haired center fielder for the Pirates, Nate McLouth, I believe it was.
Oh my!
McLouth flies out to center, and we scored a couple runs, and all of a sudden I get a dub. Welcome to Philly, Scott.
Oh yeah, JV is a Pirates fan, but he's also a Phillies fan.
Yeah, the
crap out of Skeens last week.
Yeah, it seems like anybody good is beating the crap out of him. He's not having a good year. He's not having a Skeens year, I should say.
So,
he's
not having an elite year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can't fault on the man when he gets to go home to. So
no.
They were talking about the vulture thing with the guy from the Brewers, the reliever from the Brewers, who's he's 11-1.
11 and oh my god, he has 11.
Yeah, he's 11-1 right now as a reliever. Like, he's like, I should never even smell 11 wins. Like,
no.
That's just,
well, is he coming in tie games, or is he coming in giving up a run to tie and then going ahead? That's the thing.
From what they said, it was a lot of he was coming in as it was tied, or even a couple of times inherited some guys. So those runs didn't count against him, and then he got the win by pitching because the new rule is you have to face 3 guys, so he's got to stay in there.
That would put me out of a job.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have pitched in either World Series game. I only face 1 guy each day.
Yeah. So speaking of the new rules with baseball and how it has changed over the years, of any rule, it doesn't even have to be a new one. What would you change about baseball, and why would it be to get rid of the ABS?
Can you tell
where the ABS?
Can you tell where my man stands on the ABS?
I'm not a fan of it. I don't mind it, but I think honestly, and I'm going to stick up for umpires a little bit. I saw a stat on that thing, and I forget which umpire it was, but he missed 9 of 11 calls. Okay, by a total of 4 inches.
Yeah, it's
4.2 inches is what it was. He missed 3 calls by 0.1, I guess is what it is. So is that a centimeter?
Yeah, you're talking real JV numbers here. He understands those small units. Go ahead.
But so they're saying the umpire had a bad night because he missed 9 of 11 calls that they challenged or whatever. But he missed 9 calls by 4 inches. That's 4 inches. That's pretty good, I think. Now, when you get the guys that are missing calls,
it's average.
3 inches inside or 4 inches, it's average. Everybody has one.
Yeah, I mean, JV is against it. I'm 50-50. I've always said
I would say I'm 50-50.
I always say if you don't want it, take the box off DV. It wasn't there in the 80s, wasn't there in the 90s. Just let it go.
But you can't have Savant without that.
No, I know.
The box on TV needs to go because the box the box never changes size to each hitter coming in the game. I get that the ABS changes by whatever laser grid they got there, but the box on TV doesn't change. So it looks like didn't they officially change the strike zone to the top of the belt anyways?
Correct. It's now player specific.
53%. Yeah, it's like 53% of your height from the barefoot up to your belt or whatever. It's like some weird numbers based on being barefoot and
oh my god,
you
wear
your armpits and all this. Yeah. So
I don't know.
So
what happens when the system goes down one game with the technicality and they can't use it? Are they going to stop the game? You can't challenge the system's down right now.
Yeah.
What happens?
I think that's just what it's. From what I seen when it was coming in, it happened a couple of times in the minors, and it's just like anything else. Sorry, we can't review it, so we got to go with what the umpire said.
Right.
It's basically,
honestly,
not enough evidence.
I
would have got called all the time because I used to touch the top of my hat all the time. I'd go like this on top of my hat. I saw a pitcher, I think it was for your Pirates actually, who did that. He had the ball in his hand, he put it into his glove and just went like this to adjust his hat or something, or get some sweat on his hand probably. Because he went like this, and the umpire thought he challenged. He's like, "No, I just touched my hat."
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw another one too. I just think it needs to be worked a little more and figured out kinks. I saw one where I think it was a Twins catcher blocked the ball. Okay, he botched the ball or something, and the ball went to the ground. And there's a runner at first, so he goes to reach for the ball, comes up and looks at him, and then challenges. And umpire said, "No, it's too long." So what's he supposed to do? Not pick the ball up, let him go to second and challenge? There's some flaws in it still. I think they should have kept it in the minor leagues a little longer and tried to figure it out.
I seen some the other day too where they appealed down to one of the corner umpires on a check swing, and it's pretty much he pointed down to the umpire and then tapped his helmet so he could get both things right there. And they're like, "Well, which one is it? You can only pick one or the other." And he's like, "I want whichever one's going to give me the strike."
Yeah, because it was a strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 50-50. I don't mind it. I wish it'd be a little faster, and I know it's pretty fast already, but I know people say, what people say, get rid of umpires. You can't get rid of the umpire. I mean, you can't rely on a red and green light.
Yeah. It's kind of like what you said at the beginning of that was with the statistics of the umpires.
Yeah.
I feel like some of those things shouldn't count against them. Certain distances off the plate, it doesn't count. It's like a walk. It doesn't count against them. They're allowed that margin of error. But if Angel's up there and he's making the calls, then it should count against them. So,
but I would have said against the new rules, I'm not a fan of the 3-batter rule.
That's the one I do not like. I mean, out of all the changes.
And you can blame Tony La Russa for that. That was the history behind it because he used so many.
Well, they also won a lot of games.
He won a lot of World Series. Yeah,
So I mean, to me with the I do like the pitcher not having a DH universal. I know some people don't like that, but listen, who wants your $100 million pitcher running the bases for God's sakes? I mean, nobody. I mean, I was in San Francisco and we signed Armando Benitez. and I believe it was his 4th or 5th outing in April, and he tore his hamstring off the bone.
Oh,
He's the closer. Why was he running the bases?
Yeah, that's
Like,
I'm
you know,
total
just-
agreement. The DH is a beautiful thing.
I don't mind the DH one bit, but I'm not a fan of the 3-batter rule. You're taking away too many managerial decisions, and it's that to me that's becoming more analytical. I don't mind. There's always been analytics in baseball or every sport to some capacity, I believe, but now it's just getting poo-poo, and it's too much, in my opinion. You know,
that kind of helps us bring this in. Do you think the Donnie baseball, from what you've seen so far since April 27th, is he a less of an analytics guy and the team is getting into it, or was it just time for a change? And what did that change ultimately mean for the team, and what do you credit success for here?
Credit success to the players staying strong and true to themselves, I believe. Just continuing to focus and fight and work. I mean, none of them are going to quit or just say, "Oh, I'm just going to bag it in." No, they all want to perform because they want to do it. You can hear it when you hear them do interviews. You know, it's a pretty I want to win as a team type team from what I've seen. But I don't know about Donnie. I would assume Donnie does some things by the gut still. But I have no clue whether he's also told that, hey, you need to follow this a little bit or follow that. I don't know. But you never know what someone's been told to do, what kind of puppy you're supposed to be or not be, whether the strings are cut or you got a lot of strings on you telling you what to do. I don't know that part, but I know that they've been playing a lot better baseball. Maybe a little bit of it is that coming back and just a little bit of a spark. I know that can help sometimes, but I don't think I'm not no disrespect to him by any means, but I don't think a pitcher coming back is going to spark your entire team to go. I saw a stat where they were 10 games below 500 and then 10 games above 500. They're the first team in MLB history to do that before July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that stat by somebody the other day. I thought, wow, that's incredible. Also means you just got off to a really shitty start.
That too, yes.
I mean,
it was consistently shitty, which got everyone's attention, though, right?
Yes,
so, I mean, but if it's a shitty start, it's like they were Mets bad.
Yeah, nobody wants to be Mets bad.
Not, I mean, and the payroll obviously payrolls aside, because we're not paying anything like they are.
Oh
but
my God,
it's not like we have a cheap payroll. We are in the luxury tax zone, so there's a obviously. So that was kind of like I was going to follow up with the question. You kind of alluded to it, and you said you don't know what kind of leash he may or may not be on, what marching orders. Do you think Donnie baseball? You think Don Mattingly? First of all, his son is working obviously closely, and he was pulled in with reverse nepotism. I don't what. The question I think is, do you think he has a little bit of that goodwill and leeway to run it the way he does? Or do you think he's been specified, don't do this. This is why that guy left.
I would like to think he's led to do it his own way but then again, it's going to have to be with today's, whatever you want to call it, today's nerds. Led to a certain extent, though. You can do it your way, but you still got to do this, and that. I think Marsh has proven everybody wrong by hitting lefties this year as well as righties. So that's always nice. He broke that stigma to take that analytic out. Now he gets to play a lot more, and you can see what happens. Hopefully it continues, because he's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's funny because Brandon Marsh, he was a very frustrating player like last year and the year before. You were just watching him. He couldn't hit left-handed pitching. At one point, he couldn't hit right-handed pitching. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody goes through. I think everybody goes through it. Everybody on every team goes through it. But I think the Phillies' problem the last couple of years is they all go through it at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the hard part to swallow.
They sync up.
Yeah. Then they sync up and beat the crap out of everybody.
Yeah. So since the Phillies had to change managers now twice mid-season and the last handful of years, have you ever been on a team where the manager changed mid-season? I know you've been traded a couple of times midseason, but
I've
so
gone
that's a
from
little
different
different.
managers, yeah.
But like
I've
the
gone to
manager,
different- I'm trying to think if my first year, if Buck Martinez, I was in Toronto in 01, and Buck Martinez, maybe he just wasn't there in 02. I think he started in 02, and then Carlos Tosca took over. But I was so young, I don't even remember. Like, it didn't affect me one bit. But I know, I went through in with the Cubs. Dusty Baker was in 06. He was one of the big reasons I signed with the Cubs in 06, because I grew up a Dusty fan, and I loved him in San Francisco for the little time I played for him, and I wanted to experience that again. And he left after 06, and then Piniella took over. But I don't think I ever had one change mid-season like that, no.
Okay.
The minor
We'll
league.
see like how much of a difference that makes. But
it probably should make a big difference, you would hope, with a new guy coming in and trying to change any culture or whatever culture was there before. It didn't seem to be working. So I don't really know what he changed. I haven't heard a lot about it. But, I mean, who wouldn't want to play for Downey baseball? Good gosh.
Yeah, exactly. Scott, I do have one question for you. Like, you started 08 with the Cubs. You got designated in early August, and then you were like traded to the NL East and got thrown in with the Phillies that were like in a fierce pennant battle. You came in and threw like 9 straight scoreless appearances. How usually it takes a guy time to settle into a new team and a new fit. Like, what was it about that locker room and Charlie's culture that you just like fell right into place?
I'd have to say Charlie himself.
Okay.
When I got traded there, they were on my no trade clause, my no trade list, by the way, too.
No kidding.
I just didn't want to play in the North. I just didn't want to play in the Northeast. The Yankees, Mets, Orioles, every one of those teams in the Northeast were on it because I didn't want to play in that weather. I'm not a big city person like that. Even I know I was in Chicago and San Francisco. Most major league cities are big, but not as big as those. And you guys scared the crap out of me. So, but when I was on the
Didn't you live in LA?
I did, but I was 10 years old. No,
Come on, LA in the 80s? Dude, it's nuts.
It was awesome. But my agent called and said, hey, the Phillies, this. I'm like, I'll take it. I'm good. Let's go. And then I actually I've told the story before, I talked to John Lieber. Leibs was one of my teammates with Chicago. And I called him. I go, hey, Levy, I got a question for you. And when I say Levy, I don't mean Lieberthal. Lieber. I know
we know John.
Levy, that's Lieberthal.
No,
but Lieb says, he said, Scotty, you'll love golf. I'm like, well, why? They're scary people, aren't they? He's like, yeah. He says, but you're also a stand-up guy. You stand there and take, when you pitch like, as he said, when you pitch like shit, you stand there and say, I pitched like shit today. You don't make any excuses. They'll love you. Just do that. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that's what I did. So my first day there, I'm in the office, and Charlie's in there, Ruben's in there, Gillick's in there, Doobie. God, there's probably 8 people in there. And they were talking about putting me on like it's not the disabled list anymore, the injured list. Can't say disabled list for some reason. But they're going to put me on the IL. And I said, I just looked at him, and I'm not a stand up for myself person. I kind of just go, okay, I'm good with that, most of the time. And I looked right at Charlie and I go, no, I don't want to go on the deal. I want to pitch. And he goes, okay, head shaking. Okay. And it was agreed right then and there. I was not going to go on the DO or the IL, and I was just going to pitch. So I went through my physical and did all the stuff with the team docs and cleared, went to the bullpen. And like you saw earlier, I think I threw 3 pitches and got a win. And Charlie just kind of puts you in situations to succeed, I guess, or with less pressure in the beginning. My first few outings were us blowing somebody out or losing by 5 or 6 runs or whatever it was. There was no pressure to pitch. And the way he spoke to you, there was no pressure because he just spoke to you like you were a good old boy. And that guy was awesome. Is awesome. And
you hear
he just let me go.
You hear that about Charlie, and we had brought it up in the beginning of the show a couple years ago. Homers for Hope did a charity softball game, and the president coached against Charlie Manuel, and he said just sitting there for 20 minutes and talking baseball was like this guy's dream. you know, because it's Charlie. It's first off, it's World Series winning manager, and it's Charlie Manuel, and you're talking about your favorite sport, and it's, you know, you got, and people don't remember. I mean, people did not want Charlie Manuel; they wanted Lee.
I heard.
They did not,
okay.
and that changed real quick.
When was Charlie's first year? Was it 06? Or was it 7?
No, it was either. I want to say it was
earlier
06.
than that?
It might have been 06 because Larry Bow was the manager and he got fired.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because then in 07 they won, and then 8, obviously, and then future on. Yeah. Excuse me. He's just a good guy to play for, you know? I mean, just a good man.
Yeah, 2005.
Okay, fine.
Do you think that attitude Charlie had instilled is like what leads you? So like in 2005 with the Giants, you 86 appearances, you stranded 85% of inherited runners. So that's like a stat that's insane. Like if anyone has that nowadays, they're getting, you know, some sort of an award. They're getting right, but like does Charlie's philosophy, like where he instilled in you, nothing matters, I'm just letting you go out there and do your thing. So you see bases loaded, there's a jam going on for you. Do you look at the hitter's eyes? Do you see if they're choking up on the bat, or you just go out there and do your thing?
A little of both. Plesac was a big influence in my career when I was in Toronto. And he often talked about, you know, noticing if a player is here in the batter's box normally when I face him, and if 2 strikes, all of a sudden he's spreads out a little more, or does he move up in the box to try to take the slider out of it, or does he do this? And I never did that when I was younger, and I was still young when I met Plesac, but like then when I got to San Francisco, Dave Righetti, and I had some pretty darn good catchers. I had Benito Santiago, and then Mike
Righetti.
You know, I had Matheny and like Santiago of all things, like. And I just learned to trust their thoughts. And Dave and Rags said the same thing. He said, watch a hitter. If you're coming in to face a Brian Giles back then, or Ryan Klesko, he said, they're looking to hit the first pitch 500 feet off a lefty. So why would you let them? Things like that, little things over the course of a few years. And they just, I mean, so yeah, I did start to notice. And I try to teach, I coach high school baseball now here in North Carolina. High schools in South, but Landrum High School. And we try to get our kids to understand that, you know, nowadays with all the technology, I call pitches into the catcher's ear. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I want the kids to learn, but also I want to win high school games. I want them to win high school games. So I let them call certain pitches, and then I ask him, why would you want to throw that kid a changeup? You just threw a fastball by him. He was late. Now you're speeding up his bat. He goes, but if I throw it in the right spot, I go, well, that's fine. If you throw it in the right spot, things like that, I like to try and those are things I learned. So yeah.
Also, former Philly Benito Santiago.
I played with a few.
Yeah, it's funny that you sit there and you think you mention like Brian Giles and Ryan Klesko, guys that we grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that we used to do. And I don't think we ever got in trouble for it, although, Keith, we used to chant at Chipper Jones. We used to call him by his first name, Larry. And it was, and you know, we all respected Chipper Jones because he's a baseball player. Like,
because he's awesome.
Great baseball player.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I've talked to him once or twice in my career, and he was such a good dude too.
Who did I get in trouble for? I got in trouble for heckling Fergosi when I was 12. I got in trouble for fucking with Bobby Abreu. Like I asked him if he's ever going to jump on the ball to earn that Golden Glove at one point. He did not.
When you say got in trouble, who'd you get in trouble from? It's like security guards?
Ushers came down and be like, yo, can you chill? Like now you get like guys just heckling like crazy, and like they're going viral with it. But like I was like,
we were booing Mets fans and we got in trouble.
Oh my God.
One time I looked up a guy's on Wikipedia, and I looked up who his ex-wife was and everything, and I was like, how's she doing and stuff like that. I was like, "How's Karen?" And that was great.
That's Philly. That's a Philly moment right there.
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
it is.
Scott, could you ever hear the fans like while you were sitting out in the bullpens or while you're walking off the field? Like, did you hear them? Did you pay attention to what they would say?
I mean,
obviously,
like
you probably got
to me,
told
or
that-
just listening to them.
Both, like stuff they said to you, or just hearing some of the stuff they
I was
say.
thinking about it when we were talking about Charlie. There was a good one. So it was in 09, and I came in, and I had started off well. What are you making faces for, Keith? The Phillies game? I'm watching Keith make faces.
No, because usually I wear tank tops, and today I wore my Phillies polo, and now drunk
Chris had shirts with sleeves. I got Chris's shirt.
There you go, drunk Phillies fans. That's our buddy Chris.
Yeah, I've seen it. So we're playing at home in Philly, and I don't even remember when it was. May maybe. I don't know, but they had a split in the lineup with Brian. Remember Brian Johnson, the first baseman, and then a righty, and then Adam Dunn, and then a righty. Well, I came in and walked the righty, homer to Johnson, walked the next righty, homer to Dunn, and walked the next righty before we could get anybody loose. So I gave up 2 home runs and 3 walks and 5 batters. Good night. Woohoo! Walking off the field, there was a whole bunch of fans right above our dugout, just wearing me out. And I just kind of like looked up at him, and went, "Yeah, I did suck today." So I got in there for the best part of it though. So Raul Ibanez hits a 3-run homer the next inning, and I get no win, no loss, no nothing. Got no decision, straight out the hook. And no reporters really talking to me after the game because Raul just hit a bomb.
Right.
So one of the reporters, Mandy, I forget her last name now. She was really nice. And then Jason Stark were there. And they finally come over, and I go, I thought I was going to get away scot-free. No one's going to ask me how shitty I pitched tonight. And he goes, "Can I just write that?" And I go, "Yep, because I did pitch like shit tonight." Well, the next night, so Charlie's walking around the dugout or the clubhouse after the game. We won. He still got his uniform on, and he looks at me and he goes, "Well, that wasn't a very good one tonight, was it?" Something like that. He didn't exact words, but I said, "Nope, that one sucked." I said, "I'll be ready tomorrow if you need me again." He goes, "All right." So the next day, we're down a couple runs, and he brings me in to face both lefties. There was no righty between them this time. Both lefties that hit homers the night before. And I got a strikeout and a flyout. And those same people, I swear it was the same people above the dugout, stood up and were cheering the crap out of me the next night. So I understood really quick what a Philly love-hate thing is.
Yeah, listen, you were a part of that team in 2008. You'll be a legend in this town forever. I went to Game 4. Me and Keith went to Game 5, Part 1. I did not go to Part 2 because my wife would have divorced me because we probably went to like 40 Phillies games that year, and I got in for free, and it was a guy's thing, and it was like it was not good. Keith went to Part 2. I did not. I watched the Phillies clinch in his house while he's down in South Philly. like what?
Well, don't feel bad. My son didn't get to go to Part 2 either.
Oh.
When Part 1 was there, my brother-in-law, my kids were at that time, they were 8 and 10. So my oldest son, Caleb, my brother-in-law, Mark, was at the game. And when it got rained out, snowed out, whatever you want to call it out, weathered out, he had to fly back home because he had his plane ticket. So my son then had to watch the rest of the Part 2 in the playroom where he did not want to be. He still talks to me about that. Because my mom and my wife were in the stands with my tickets, and my son, "Nope, you're out. Go on." I'm not going to let him. He goes, "But I have tickets." I go, "And I have no one to sit in those seats with for you. I can't let you sit there by yourself. You're 10."
Now my wife, 17 years later, 18, you should have went.
You should have went.
Like you,
boy, I oughta.
Yeah. So, what was it like watching Lidge strike out Hinsky? Like, what was like?
I'm gonna get goosebumps again.
Condrey
and I were at the front of the bullpen on the center field fence like this, and I think I think he started off 1-0 or maybe 0-1. 0-1, then 1-1, whatever. And Condry looks at me and he goes, when he gets him out, he just said, when he gets him out. And I looked at him, I go, yeah. He goes, are you jumping this fence? Or are we running around going down the stairs? And I said, we could jump. He goes, I'm jumping. He goes, next question. Next question. Are we taking our jackets off so they know who we are, running them from the pen, or leaving them on? I'm like, what's? And then all of a sudden you see straight through, and we just looked at each other, and I think there was a group hug in the bullpen for a split second, and then everybody ran down the stairs, and I don't even remember if I jumped over the center field fence or not. I don't think we ended up doing it. I think we all jumped into a huddle and hugged for a split second and then sprinted in. But yeah, that's a conversation that Clay Condry and I had. Are we taking our jackets off so they know who we are when we run in? You know.
I mean,
Got a
it makes
question
sense.
here. Is there any teammate that you had that you're like, thank God I don't have to pitch against him anymore?
Well, any teammate that I had to play against?
Yeah,
Well,
previously, and then you became
I
a
had to pitch
teammate, and
against-
you're
I
like,
had to-
man, I'm
Oh.
so glad I'm not facing you anymore.
Yeah, Chase. Yeah, Chase.
His-
Chase was like, I think
his
Chase
batting
was like
stance.
4 for 6 or something off me, maybe something like that. Ryan, on the other hand, Howard, I'd have faced him all the time. He was over.
Nice.
I did
Nice.
remind him about
Chase Utley's stance is, again, it's probably one of the worst stances ever, and you're not supposed to like really teach it. Like,
no, it's
And his
and
swing
he's
stops
so
swinging.
and I don't
It's just
understand
so
how he
good
gets
at
his
what he
swing
did.
around.
so fast, so strong. Drunk Phillies fans, no.
Yeah, I think we touched up on it earlier. We may have
Maybe
talked
they're,
about it.
They're already drunk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
He's-
no, I'm not.
I think
But Chase is just, I don't think anyone realized how strong that man's core was to just be able to generate that much torque and power and turning and hitting the ball.
It's not
Was
how you
not
teach.
not a large, huge man, but just strong. And that was his swing. He stayed true to it his whole career, just short, quick, and extended. Like bam.
yeah. It sucks he had that knee. He had that degenerative knee because he could have been a Hall of Famer because he was the best second baseman in baseball for a good 5 years.
Ooh, good long time, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Is that what he had? Was a degenerative? That what it ended up being?
yeah, because I was it 09 or 2010. He missed the first
10.
6.
I think
Yeah,
it was
missed the
10.
missed like the
09
first-
was for you, Scott, right? With your
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah, I rolled my ankle.
Yeah. Did you have a torn tendon or a fracture?
I didn't tear anything, no. Just my ankle. I rolled in the playoffs.
Yeah. How the
Against
hell
the
were you
Rockies.
still throwing? You came back. You were throwing on that thing, weren't you?
Because they taped the shit out of it.
Yeah. Was that you're like send me in, coach. I'm ready.
I remember I didn't think it was as bad as it felt pretty. It was like a quick pain when I went to field a bunt or swinging bunt and just rolled it. And then I saw the replay later. I'm like, ooh, my ankle touched the ground. Wow. And I
Oh,
looked, but nothing popped. I had nothing torn. They iced the crap out of it all night long. Iced the next day. I think I actually pitched the next day. Or the
Wait,
day
your
after.
left foot? Was it your left? That's
It
your
was
landing foot.
It was my, yeah, it's my landing foot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back then, if I would have slept the wrong way, I would have been out of work for 3 days.
Oh, right now, yeah. We've switched beds on the vacation I just went to, and my neck hurt for a day and a half after. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that anymore.
Be honest.
And
you
they
milked the
taped the
shit
crap out of it.
on the vacation, didn't you? Oh, can you grab that for me? Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah. Good, yeah,
Milked
good
the
boy.
crap out of it. Good boy. Good boy.
Good boy.
I have high school
I do.
kids.
Yeah. Sorry, it just slips in there because that's what I am.
And
Yeah.
And he did it we were on a cruise together, and he did it in front of me, in front of my son, and I'm like, oh my god.
Did you drop a good boy? Oh. We had a couple of the ninth graders come up to varsity at the end of our baseball season, and one of them was, I think his nickname's Specs. He's got glasses, like the what do they call them? The Oakley glasses. He's got for prescription, but he was just saying something, and one of our coaches, who's a younger coach, Cooper's 23 4 maybe. He played my first year coach at this high school 6 years ago. Went to college and now he's coaching our here already. He said something to the kid. He goes, and the kid says, "Yeah, I got it." He goes, "Good boy." Our dugout lost it.
Oh my
Lost
God.
it. Like, "Oh, coach, you can't drop that on." I'm like, "Oh my God." Yeah, there's some fun ones.
Yeah. I don't my son, he just graduated high school and he played baseball. He got the Vanimal glasses, he got the Vanimal, like, you know, and they started calling him that when he was pitching. And I was
Vanimal.
he's like, "Who's Vanimal?" And I'm like, "Oh, Van Torley." I'm like,
Van
I can't-
Torley.
I can't believe someone actually said that to him.
Just so you know, there's 3 cats sitting out this door right here just staring at me.
My cat was in here earlier before you got on. My cat was in here and it was like talking outside. And
She's
Keith's like, "Is that
hanging
your
out. She's hanging in there. Arlo. Arlo, what's up, buddy? He'll probably come in here too.
Look, let me
He
in.
answers to it. He answers to his name.
Keith just lost his mind. He wants all of them there around him.
I have. Yeah, I'm a cat. I'm a cat dad too.
Oh, we have 5.
Yeah, I want to be a cat dad of 4, but right now I've been paused at 3.
Yeah. Well, we have one that's 14 and a half years old. We'll be down to 4 not too long.
You'll get a replacement.
No, we're gonna cut down. It's hard to go on vacation with all these animals. We got 4 dogs, 2 horses, and 5 cats. We go on vacation for 3 days. It costs us $300 or $400 just in animal care.
Yeah.
My brother's the same
We
way.
gotta take care of the horses. We gotta have someone do that, clean the stalls, send them out, bring them in, wash them out. You know, yeah.
Do you ride
so
the
not cheap.
horses?
No, my wife does. I do not.
Oh, okay.
She rides dressage, the fancy riding.
This is where they do the trotty things where they're.
It's called Piaffe
Yeah.
and Passage, where they look like they're running in place.
Yeah, someone.
I love the
someone
demonstrations
screen
by
cap.
everybody.
That's my good
100%
demonstration. Yeah.
screen cap. Scott Eyre doing a little horsey trot.
Yeah. Please no.
That is so going to be clipped and put on social media. I'm so doing that.
Now hold on. I got one more important question. Then
It's all you.
Open form. How drunk were you the day of the parade? Because we know Chase was drunk.
Well, I was on the float with Joe Blanton and not Myers. Thank God I was on the float with Myers. Madsen. Ooh. I don't think anybody should have been on the float with Myers. Holy shit.
Someone can segue into that after this.
I still have pictures on my phone. So I got to put on a float, like I said, with Blanton and Madsen. I think Mad Dog was on that float with us. But I had both my kids and my wife on the float with me, and we were on a float with one of those paper throwing things that shot out the glitter.
Gotcha.
My kids sat there for an hour and a half just loading that thing because there were so many bags. So they had a great old time until they fell asleep and said, "Are we almost done?" No. My face hurt. I didn't get that drunk because I drank a lot the 2 nights before that. You know, that was 2 days after the series.
Yeah,
right?
It was Halloween. Yep.
Yeah, my kids were pissed off. They missed Halloween. They still talk about it. My son's like, "Well, I got shorted at Halloween because Dad's stupid parade." Now my son Caleb's the biggest Phillies fan I know. He watches every night, texting me all the time.
My story started as like you're a terrible parent for letting them miss Halloween as they're older. You're an amazing dad for letting them be in a World Series parade on Halloween.
Yeah. Oh no, he's very grateful. What he says.
Yeah. Who were this is going to be awkward. Who was your son's favorite players on that 08 team? If it wasn't you.
Probably Milt Thompson.
Oh, okay.
Because when we were allowed to bring them to the field early, and you know they were certain days we could come and have them early, I would bring them as much as I could when they were in town in 09, and they would go down and wait for Chase to be done with the hitting cage at 3:00 because he's always in there, 2:00, and he would do his tee work or whatnot. Then he'd go to pick up the balls, and my kids would say, "We got it," and so they'd pick up all the balls so they could hit off the tee. And then Milt would come in and work with them.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
I mean, so now I've been doing the Phillies fantasy baseball camp in January, the last 15 years probably. So Caleb is 26 now. So when he was 12, 13 years old, those first couple years I did camp, he would come up to camp with me in Clearwater for the Phillies camp and run the bases for Kruk, because we're the legends at camp. So all the like Tommy Green, myself, Metallico, a whole bunch, Samwell. Oh God, it's awesome. If you've never been to fantasy camp, you should go. Shameless plug. But
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
oh, it's awesome. And Crucky got a base hit one day, and he's standing out there, and he goes, "Hey, Little Air." Now my son's on the little field, by the way. He hasn't moved to the big field yet. "Little Air, come run for me." Crucky's at second base. Ricky Jordan comes up and hits the ball into right center. Now we're playing the campers, like in a little 3-inning game, like each team we played. So my son's at second. Ricky hits the ball, and everybody's yelling, "Run, run!" He's running. He gets halfway from third to home. He goes, "Why is it so far?" I can still hear it. "Why is it so far?" But probably, to answer your question, I went on a rant. Sorry, but
No,
Milt,
I love it.
He hung out with them a lot, and every time I see Milt, he says, "How are my boys? How are my boys?"
That's great. That's awesome.
So,
Yeah. John Kruk he's a national treasure. Like
he is now my son Caleb's favorite by far.
Yeah.
He loves
100%. Yeah.
his
Matter of
stories.
fact, my son one day was at home and he called me. He goes, "I'm watching the Cleveland Browns game, and this guy announcing the game. I know that voice." And all of a sudden, it's Tom McCarthy, Dad. "Did you know he did football?" I'm like, yeah.
That's funny.
Did you know he was also a Mets fan?
Yeah. He was. Not anymore.
No, he's proven his loyalty to the team,
Yeah,
and I will
yeah.
fight anyone who thinks differently.
Hey, like I told you before, I grew up a Dodger fan, and not anymore. No. And not because I played for the Giants. More because we played for the Phillies against them, and they were just jackasses. Talk about saying things in the bullpen you shouldn't want to hear. There's some stuff said to me in that bullpen and other guys in our bullpen no one wants to hear, man. Anyway, I regress.
But no, there could be some gnarly teams, and that like I think I learned that watching Fuzzy's kid play in the championship game this season, and just watching them go. They were like definitely rivals, but it was just kind of wild, and it was like this is making it a little unenjoyable, and the fans could hear it. Now maybe the fans couldn't hear you, or they could hear them doing that to you, but like there's a little something that doesn't belong in this game. There should just be. I'm not saying they got to be all friends and cheering each other on. That should never happen. But at some point, don't be an asshole.
Oh, I remember warming up once in Boston when I was with the White Sox. Started game there, and in Boston, the bullpen's right here like this, and there's a fence. I'm throwing this way, and the other bullpen's is right here, and there's fans literally 3 feet, 4 feet behind you. I mean, if they're whispering, I could hear them. One guy's yelling, "I hope your mother gets hit by a car."
Jeez.
What? What'd you just say?
Jeez.
What's wrong with
Car.
you? Yeah. Like, and our bullpen guy, our bullpen coach was sitting there, just turned around, looked right at the security guy, and goes, "Seriously, going to let him talk like that?" He goes, "I didn't hear anything." Like that's how it is in places. I've been to Boston. I like Boston. I'm not trying to start nothing, but like there's some brutal fans out there that just feel like they can say whatever they want to, and that's the part that I don't think is right. That's the part that causes all the fights.
Yeah. Listen, I'm all about heckling a guy and having some fun.
Yeah.
Like, the old go-to of the pitcher's got a big butt. Like that kind of stuff is okay, but when you start going into the personal life too deep, that's when it's bad.
How's Karen?
Right.
You just
She got half your money. You're standing out there, and she's getting half your money. That's what I kept yelling to him. I forgot. It might have been actually. It might have actually been Chipper Jones. I did that too. Look it up right now. Someone tell me if Chipper Jones has been divorced. I think I was yelling this at Chipper.
He actually has been. I listened to his book that he wrote about his own life, and he was divorced at least once when he wrote that book, and he was married. I don't know if he's since got divorced again or not, but
I think
it was
he
like right
married
after his career.
was the first wife, I believe, was the girl he met at Hooters.
No,
And
so-
that was a divorce. I think he's been
Nah,
married.
that
to
was
this
a
last
high
one.
school.
Second. That was
His
Well,
first
high
one
school
was a
girl
high
was his
school
first wife. The
His-
second
his-
chick was the Hooter girl.
Oh, I don't think they're married anymore.
no, hold on. It's a,
Oh no, I
it's-
see him on. I get a friend thing on Facebook. I don't even really know him.
yeah, Jones.
Somebody I know probably knows him though. Yeah.
Right.
I get Joe down the street. This guy gets Chipper Jones.
You think? Oh, I might know somebody who might know Chipper Jones. You pitched to Chipper Jones.
Dude, you hit a homer off me.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, you're it's not, this is not a
Accepting this
Kevin
friend request.
This is not a Kevin Bacon situation. Kevin Bacon is not in between you and Chipper Jones. It's just you and Chipper in the room, and you know each other.
That's true. He's like, yeah, true.
My favorite thing is, so all the guys I coach baseball, high school baseball with, all the head coach, other coaches, you know, they're either Cubs fans or Braves fans from around this, because from around this area, there's kind of a mix. Well, I went out over to the head coach's house one of the first probably 2 or 3 months I was here coaching with him the first year. Maybe it was the second year, but I had literally sent a text message to Greg Maddox. We're sitting there having a glass of bourbon, and he's like, so I'm just gonna ask a random question. Whose numbers do you got in your phone? I go, well, here, you're a big fan of this one. Hold on, let me text him. Hey man, this is Scotty. I just moved to North Carolina, just checking in on you, seeing how everything's going. I sent some random message, and he responded back 30 seconds later. What's up, ear guy? It's Greg Maddox. And I go, here, I got this text. Man, he goes, is that Greg Maddox? And I went, yeah. He goes, what the? I didn't think he'd responded. I didn't think it was the same number I had from 2006 when I got it from him.
Right.
I don't think I've ever texted him either. So
I don't want no one else.
so his first life.
There you go.
Karen.
That's what I think I yelled over at
Cycle
Larry.
forward.
I said, Karen's getting half your money just by you standing there.
Listen, I got 2 former athletes in my phone. I got Scott Eyre and I got Charlie Garner, and that's it. And I'm gonna brag about it.
I got the entire Phillies bullpen in there, and I'll tell you what, it's funny when you send a text in there, and it'll be silent. The group text, it says the pen or something like that, and it'll be silent for months. And someone will send a picture, or Clay Condry will send something, or Durbin will post something about something, and it'll just go off, and 80 text messages in the next 12 hours will come through. It's nuts. It's so cool though, too.
That's awesome.
I always like Chad Durbin.
He's awesome.
Yeah,
There was such a good group of guys, you know, like when we were talking earlier, when I first got traded there, and we were home for just a couple of days, and then we went on like an 8-day West Coast road trip where we actually got our butts kicked on the road. If you looked it up in 2008 in August, I thought we went like 1-6 on the road trip or something. Right after I got there, like, you suck, go away. Yeah, you're gonna look it up now. It was right. It was the first. I got traded there August 5th. I think the next road trip we would do like San Diego, LA, and then we got our butts kicked the entire road trip, and then came home and went like 8-1 at a homestand or something. So it was all good.
So I got a question for you. So obviously, 2008 you win the World Series. 2009, didn't the MLB Network do a show on the bullpen, on the pitching staff? Because Chan Ho Park was part of that. Were you part of that?
There we go.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Pen.
I remember watching it. I think one of the things was like you took Chan Ho Park through a drive-through and he was amazed.
We took him to Taco or Del Taco.
Yeah, he was amazed by it.
Well, we couldn't get the best part of that story is we couldn't get we had like one of those party buses or whatever. Like,
Yes,
and it wouldn't fit under the thing. So Lidge and somebody else, all of us probably ended up getting out. And Danny Fields was the MLB producer that year that put that show together. So he's on the bus with us. So we get out and stop a car that's coming to pay because they won't let us walk through, which is the stupidest shit ever. We're in a bus, but the inside's closed, and we just want to order $200 worth of food for like 10 people, and they don't want it because we don't have a car. So Lidge stops this guy and says, hey, if we give you money, will you place this order for us? the poor kid ended up actually knowing who he was. Wasn't a Phillies fan or anybody. He knew who Lidge was after a few seconds. And then he's like, yeah. And we're like, hey, we'll pay for your food too. Get whatever you want. Chan Ho walks out, and that was the most fun. We either went from LA to San Diego or San Diego to LA. I don't remember which direction. But that was the most fun 2.5 hour bus ride ever. Chan Ho Park is hilarious, dude.
And now he's the one, Chan Ho Park, isn't he the one the guy charged him out and then he like kicked him?
He jump kicked him.
Jump kicked him.
He also supposedly did not throw a fastball right down the middle, so Cal Ripken could hit a homer in the All-Star game. Chan Ho one night said, I grew that son of a gun.
It's Cal Rip. You're going to give it up to the guy.
Yeah. His last All-Star game, let him hit a homer to go out. He did. Yeah. No, he was a really good guy.
Scott, we actually have one of our regular segments that we do weekly on the show. It's believe it or not, we got it centered around you this week. So Fuzzy may or may not have some of the answers if he's been paying attention. I know he knows. So the way it works is, let's just kick us off and. Hall of Fame Club presents Stump the Fuzz. You are ugly.
That picture, Scott, was from the night of the Eagles Super Bowl win against the Chiefs, and I was hammered.
And he had a huge contact high because we were on Frankfurt Ave, and everybody was smoking copious amounts of weed.
Lucky.
Yeah. So a Stump the Fuzz question is it's kind of like our just twist. He tries to profess himself as the wizard of trivia, but he does like give us a little bit of constraints within his lifetime. So that being said, the rules are going to remain the same. There's going to be an ascending order of difficulty. So like from a baseline warm up to it's going to be like a deep cut kind of thing. I'm not going to ask them where your kids went to college or what they majored in.
That's within his lifetime. I was within the rules.
That's a cheap shot at JV. He tried to do that one. It was so stupid.
When we started this segment, it was supposed to be Phillies, and he's like, "What was Trey Turner's major in college?" What?
Fly fishing, motherfucker. Who cares?
It was probably sliding into home looking like Michael Jackson.
So this week I tried to build the questions around you, Scotty. For just to have some fun. So hopefully, but the warm up here, it's going to be easy. I think they usually are. And if he doesn't get it, then we really rag on him, and you can join in. So Scotty was a very crucial late season pickup for the 2008 World Series run. And now, what team did the Phillies acquire him from in August of 2008? So
the Chicago Cubs.
Okay, very good. Very good. I just want to make sure we said it during it. He actually even mentioned it, so I wanted to make sure you were definitely paying attention. I'm not going to throw in shade to you. You weren't having the greatest year in Chicago, but you totally flipped the script when you landed here, and you only gave up 2 runs in 19 appearances.
I think that was a 2-run homer to Chipper.
Is that the one?
It might have been. It could have been someone else too, but I think it was a 2-run homer. It was the only time I gave up runs.
Fuck Larry. All right, so let me give Fuzz. He gets very upset if he doesn't get one of these. So there you go. You got yourself. So here's your setup man question. A little more difficult. You've got every Phillies fan is going to remember Brad Lidge locking it down in 2008, but the bridge to Lidge to get to him, that was elite. Scott Eyre wore number 47. If you didn't know, during his time in Philly. But who wore number 54 and served as the primary high leverage 8th inning setup guy for that 2008 World Series championship bullpen?
54?
I'm sorry. 54? No. Because
No.
54
I'm
was
sorry.
Brad Lidge.
Lidge.
46.
46.
Was Ryan Madsen.
Mads. And he did say he even gave I love the fact that you guys still call him Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Love it.
Yeah, it's
He was so nasty. Good Lord.
That was his changeup. I think is just the thing that was so disgusting. Like that thing was beautiful.
Well,
Yes,
I mean, you think about it. You think about it. You have 7 innings of facing Cole Hamels, then you have to face Madsen, who throws a fastball and then hits you with a changeup, and then you go and you face Lidge, who had the nastiest slider that year in the history of 2008. He had the nastiest slider anyone's ever seen,
and everybody knew he was throwing it.
Everybody, you knew it was coming. You knew, like I knew it was coming. In 08, I knew.
It's like the Trevor Hoffman changeup. You knew Trevor was throwing you a changeup.
Like if you go back and you look, at the psycho in me. If you go back and you look at Eric Kansky's at bat when he checked swinging, it was a terror. It was an awful slider, and he still check swinged it. Like it was great.
Come on. All right, you ready for question 3, big boy?
Sure.
All right.
You are talking to me, right?
Did I give you? Yeah.
You did not.
I didn't. All right. Yeah, I got to get you here. You serious, Clark?
You serious, Clark?
Relax. I'm here. I got this. All right. Here we go. Question 3. This is a little bit of a deeper cut. You should get it. I know you should because this tickles me so. Scott Eyre's final major league pitch came in Game 6 of the 2009 World Series against the New York Yankees. He came out of the bullpen in the 8th inning to face exactly one batter, getting him to fly out to left field. Who was that final batter of Scott's career?
You son of a bitch. Who did Scott Eyre face?
Did I get something wrong on the setup there, Scotty?
Yeah. The last batter I faced grounded out the second. I faced two batters in this. I faced 2 batters in the 7th, and then 2 batters in the 8th. And the last batter grounded out, and then Madsen came in to face the next hitter. And I remember that because I cried a lot. You want me to tell you the first 3 hitters?
Yes.
In the 7th, I struck out Matsui and Robinson Cano. And then in the 8th inning, Nick Swisher led off the inning and grounded out the 3rd. The next batter grounded out the 2nd, and then I was done.
Brett Gardner.
Yep.
I was trying to go through all the lefties in that lineup.
That's exactly what I was doing. I'm trying to think. I'm like,
I knew as he was going to do the lineup, you were going to get it. I knew it.
Gardner was up, and then Jeter was up next. So they brought in Madsen to face Jeter. Then that Mariano Rivera dude, I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he came in the game after that. So
I think
Jeter flied out, right? Mads made Jeter fly out.
I think he popped out or flied out. It was a weak pop up or something to right, maybe center or right field. But yeah, I walked off the field and was half in tears already because we were down by 2, I think. Maybe I don't remember what the final score was, but I try not to think about that one too much.
I left for Disney the next day, and I was not happy because when I was in Disney, there was nothing but
Yankee fans everywhere.
Oh God, it was terrible.
When they come out in droves after they win.
That is true.
All right. And now the final question to walk it off for the evening. No pressure here. You did get kind of like a ump review so you got an assist. You got an assist. Relax, dude. We actually had to phone a friend, and that friend was Scott fucking Eyre.
That was the 643. He was the 4th.
Jesus Christ. All right. But to finalize Scotty coming to Philadelphia in 08, there was a specific minor leaguer that was part of the acquisition. So this specific minor leaguer was in Single A Clearwater at the time, eventually made it to the big leagues with the Cubs, the Orioles, and the Red Sox. What's his name?
Say it again.
Who did I get traded for?
Right.
Jesus
Who did we send to the Cubs?
You remember, Scotty?
I do.
All right.
I feel like you mentioned them earlier because I don't.
No. I don't think I said his name tonight.
Nope. This was a Gillick and an Amaro. This was a Ruben decision, right?
No, I have no idea. I have no idea.
It had to have been.
I have no idea who this is. Who is it, Scott?
Brian Schlitter.
Schlitter.
Who?
Schlitz
Yeah,
Malt Incorporated.
How
Is
could
he
you not
still in the
forget
league?
that name?
Yeah.
He was a right-handed pitcher. He made up to the big leagues with the Cubs and a couple other teams. Yeah.
Was he any good?
Almost.
Because if I don't know him,
I mean, he's on the ballot now, so he was probably pretty good.
He had a 2.22 ERA at the time. That wasn't a very rare thing for us to get rid of our prospects at the time. That was just something that Amaro definitely wholeheartedly felt that he should be doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was Ruben and Gillick involved in that trade. It was Gillick's last year, so I think he was grooming Ruben.
That checks out.
I know Pat, when I got there, he had told they tried to sign me. Ruben, actually, I was supposed to have lunch with Doobie because he lived in Sarasota. I lived in Bradenton. We're 20 minutes apart. I was supposed to have lunch with him the day, let's just say Tuesday, and I met with Jim Hendry and the Cubs and my agent on Monday, and I took that deal before even having lunch with Doobie. So I actually, in 2006, I could have signed with the Phillies for 6, 7, and 8. Would have been a 3-year deal. But again, you guys scared the crap out of me.
yeah, I mean, listen,
They scared the crap out of me.
That was, that's always the thing. Like, Chase Utley is revered here because he ran every play out, and that might have been, they sit there and say like that might have been, the reason for his injury because, Jimmy didn't play as hard, but Jimmy was just so naturally. Jimmy was probably the best shortstop I've ever seen play in the Phillies uniform.
I'm a fan of understanding when you want Shohei Ohtani or when you want Mike Trout or whomever all-star player you want. They don't have to run hard on every single play. I get it. There's some times where you need to take some time and make sure you're not getting hurt. Like you're down 10 runs in the 8th inning. There is really no reason to be sprinting a ball out to first base. I couldn't run hard, but putting forth a max trying to lunge for the bag, no. Nobody would get hurt 10-1. And Chase didn't understand that. Chase played hard every single play, no matter what the score was.
Yeah, he's certifiably insane.
I would agree, yeah, which makes him an unbelievable teammate, too. You knew you could count on him.
Scott, I want to get your opinion on the first throw-out pitch here, and then we're going to close out the night, I guess. It was great having you on. Yeah, of course.
He was there. He videoed it.
He's like, I got it.
Now, so here's...
hold on. Is it the real video? Or
this is the video.
And representing Homers for Hope is host of the Broken Bell Network Sports Podcast. And Homers for Hope, podcaster.
So that's clearly one of the worst I've ever seen throwouts in the history.
Why did you say the real video? I know you have it.
That was all right.
I got to watch that on the screen as we're talking about it, and then my TV is playing the YouTube feed as well, and so I got to watch it a second time because it's just a little behind. It was great. So great.
All right, I do have so let me get to the actual.
I hate it.
That was great.
Yeah,
that was great.
Hold on, I got it.
I gotta get my cat again. Stupid. What are you doing? Come on.
All right. Oh, fuck, wrong one. It's a. Sorry. I was about to play the spoofy video again. I didn't want to do that. That would be embarrassing. No, I didn't want to do a second gag in a row. That's goofy. Here we go.
This is what I deal with. I hate it here.
Oh, my eyes are watering.
There you go.
What the hell is going on?
Oh God, I hate you so much.
I'm pretty sure we have fallen off the rails.
What? I thought that was the. Oh, sorry. I got
that wasn't the right video.
No, all right. I do have the right video.
First pitch.
This is, I swear.
Homers for Hope is host of the Broken Bell Network Sports
This is
Podcast.
terrible.
Homers for Hope.
In the mix still.
Podcaster, home run
You're only
derby
at
champion,
45 feet.
Chris Fuzzy
Right.
Leahy.
There we go.
I didn't want to launch it.
Can you even see out of that thing? Oh, it's a little high.
Thank Chris and congratulate Homers for Hope on their 15-year anniversary.
You guys follow the one YouTuber guy that who gets real close and he goes, ball. It's like Jake Savicki or something like that is his name. He's freaking.
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, I catch some of
He
his stuff
shows
when he
guys
does
throwing
the,
He shows guys running up or trying to throw in try to hit 95, and he just keeps clicking closer and closer. He just goes, ball.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, he's got the sunglasses.
Yeah,
He
dark
wears-
sunglasses. He's so funny.
he has the drawings on his board.
Yes, the
mouse.
drawings. Yes, they're
Yeah.
great. His illustrations.
You should come to Philly and Trenton and pitch to us. And
I don't think it'll go any straighter anymore.
oh,
Oh,
That's it.
Keith,
Oh wow.
Here, that's as straight as it goes. It doesn't
Oh,
bend.
wow.
I can't scratch anymore. Yeah, I'm not throwing. I throw batting practice. That's about it. But it doesn't hurt. So
Now,
started playing-
I have a
started
slap
golfing
tear that I'm afraid to get repaired, and it hurts. And people are like, "Nah, just get it done so you don't have the pain anymore." But then people are like, "But you won't have, you'll have like half of the motion." I'm like, "What?"
Is it like a labrum?
Yeah.
I mean, you can get full range and back. It's just not fun.
They said that has to, like, and this is stupid, but they said they have to attach it to the top of the bicep to anyone who's over 40. If I would have gotten it done
Okay.
10 years ago, I would have been fine, but I screwed up and just didn't get it right away.
It's
Look,
okay. I'm working
I'm not-
on it.
I'm a math teacher. I'm just throwing hard questions out. I'm not, they're not 90 miles an hour.
Come here, buddy.
or he's umping the game with no mask. Just gonna say that.
Oh, that, yeah.
I still have the scar inside the mouth from it.
Yeah.
Could have been way worse.
That's hilarious.
Scott, we really appreciate you joining us tonight. You obviously you mean a lot to us. You mean a lot to the city, and for you to obviously be who you are. Clearly, you're just one of us, and we appreciate you. And man, you're welcome anytime on the show.
Let me know. Yeah, so I love
open
talking.
door.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Is
That's
anything you want to plug? Anything?
No, I'm good. I got some shameless plugs in there.
Okay.
how'd your high school team do this year?
This year we were pretty good. We came in second in our district, our region. We split with the team that won it, and they had a better run differential, so we ended up second. And then we won our region tournament and advanced to the upper state. In South Carolina, they do an upper state championship, and then a lower state championship, and then a state champion. It's kind of cool.
Okay. Yeah.
And we lost. We would have had to win one more game, well, two more games, I guess. And we'd had to beat somebody twice to advance to the upper state championship. But we had it's a good group of kids. Now this year, we lost 8 seniors last year. 6.
Wow.
Five that started in the field. Hunters and right as he'll be. We'll have one senior on the team this year. We'll have a junior right fielder, a junior catcher, a junior somewhere else, and the rest will be freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, that was.
So it's
that
going
was
to be a tough year.
Yeah, that was my son's team this year. They lost 10 seniors, and 7 of them were starters. And they're going to be in good hands. It was a group of kids, good group of kids. They've been playing together for years, so now they're acclimated with each other. So
This year will be tough. We lost all the three main pitchers we used in varsity. Four actually, were all seniors. We have one that was a freshman that was fourth in the team on innings pitched. He'll probably be our opening day. As of right now, he'll be the number one kid. He's a sophomore.
So I'm gonna do a big proud brag dad moment.
Okay.
You remember Jeff Manto?
Yeah.
So he coaches Conwell Egan. So we played them this year, and my son started a triple play. He caught the fly ball, threw the guy out at home by a lot, and then for some reason the guy at first decided to tag up, and the catcher threw down to him, and it was
sick.
It made zero sense. It was first and third, and they should have at least put up 2 runs, and we ended up getting out of the game. We lost 2-1, but the pitcher we faced is probably the best in the state, Brady Guzzi. So it's
That was Manto's team?
Yep. Yeah, they actually he coached them in the Carpenter Cup at the Citizens Bank Park, and they won this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I know him a little bit.
So
he was a Philly, wasn't he?
He was a Philly, he was an Oriole. So
yeah. I remember him with the Orioles.
Yeah.
And somewhere else in the minor leagues before that too. I faced him in the minors. I think
he might have been all over the place.
He was in Buffalo, maybe, with the Indians.
Yes, he was in Buffalo.
Yeah,
he's actually a Buffalo legend.
Yeah,
there's a story about him. He's a Buffalo legend.
That's what I thought. Yeah, good dude.
So
he played in one of the Philly alumni weekends or something when I was here. That's when I started talking to him. I get to come up this year for Chase's alumni game. That'll be fun.
We'll be there. My son's name is Chase. My wife's a little obsessed, so it's
Chase isn't a name; it's a verb.
Yes, or a credit card.
Or a credit card, credit card.
We a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago, we met Cole Hamels at the FOP. I got his autograph right here, and here's my wife. Thank you for one of the greatest nights of my life. Thanks. Been married to you since 2006. Cool.
Nice. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, great.
Thanks.
3 kids.
How was Hollywood doing?
Yeah, he's still Hollywood. If you don't realize how tall he is till you stand next to him.
Until you stand next to him, yeah. He still looks really good. He came down. Him and Joe Blanton came down to the Phillies fantasy camp I did. I think it was 2 years ago, and they both got on the mound and pitched. That was pretty fun to see him. Joe could still throw it a little bit.
This guy was a monster.
Oh, he's such a good dude, Blanton.
It's fun.
Babe Ruth of his time.
It's like funny. You think about like Joe Blanton, and people realize dude was undefeated in the starts for the Phillies in 2008. Like everything that just fell into place. Like anybody that the Phillies acquired who were struggling, they
somewhere else, came here and did well.
And led the city to its first championship in 25 years.
Now 4 aces and a joker, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah,
I had that. Come on, man. Joey, he mattered.
Blanton will be the last. Besides Shohei, it doesn't even count. So Joe will be the last pitcher to hit a homer.
Yeah,
that was
besides Shohei. Shohei, like I said, Shohei don't count.
Yeah, that guy.
We were there.
He's just redefining baseball, so it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's cool. I love it. I'm here for it. I get to say I witnessed it.
You got to remember, he also came up earlier in the game with the bases loaded, and I looked at them. I was like, he hits a grand slam, I'm streaking across the stadium. He did not, thank God, but he hit one like 2 innings later, and they all looked at me because we all had standing room tickets. They looked at me right behind home plate, like I ain't running nowhere. I said that 2 innings ago.
Yeah, now we're already up by.
Did we go to that game? Were we there?
We were there for that.
Yeah, we were at the home run. You're right, at Blanton's home run game. Yep.
Was that game 2?
That was game 4.
4.
Oh, okay, 4.
Game 3. Game 3 was the dribbler. The chooch dribbler.
Yeah, my high school kids will ask me like, so "Did you pitch in the World Series?" I'm like, "Yeah." In 2002, I pitched in I think 5 of the 7 games, and then in 2008, I pitched in just 2 games, and I faced one hitter each day. And they're like, "Oh, who'd you face?" And I told them Akinora Iwamura. Like, who's that, coach? I'm like, well, he was the second baseman for the Rays, and I faced him 2 days in a row, and that was it. You only faced one batter? I thought you can't do that. Oh, you could back then.
Yeah.
Did you ever face Tim Salmon in the World
Yes,
Series? I guess not. He was right-handed batter.
I could have, because I pitched in a game where we were beating the Angels by a lot.
Okay.
We were up by a bunch, and I came in and pitched a full inning, so I could have faced him, but unfortunately, he was the first player I ever hit in the big leagues.
Oh,
And I was a big Tim Salmon fan too, because he's such a good dude.
He wasn't a Scott Eyre fan after that.
He might have been still. I think he knew it was coming. I guess it was when I got called up to the White Sox, and we were playing the Angels, and evidently Albert Bell had been hit a couple times or something, and so got to like the third inning of the game, and I got the old, hey, we're gonna throw this one way inside by Tony Pena. Who tells Tony Pena no?
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm a rookie. I'm making my first big league start. Tony Pena's catching me. If he says, hey, we're going to hit this guy in the ribs, we're going to hit him in the ribs. So I hit him in the ribs. Maybe the stomach, a little lower than the ribs, but I did my job. I got a big high five from Albert Bell and Frank Thomas, though, but I felt so bad. I had to hit Tim
Frank
Salmon.
the Tank.
Frank is so good to me. So good to me.
We were just talking about him.
Such a good dude.
On one of the last pods and how good he was.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Some of those numbers, like 7 or 8 years of talking about, like, 100 walks, 100 runs scored, 100 RBIs, 300 batting average, 30 homers, 30 doubles. Like, that's insane.
It just doesn't happen anymore.
No, because they don't hit 300. They only hit 250 or 230.
No, and the consistency that he put out at the time that there was production that was happening, remember, the guys were starting to adopt 3-4 pitches at the time, and he just adapted to that and survived and thrived and put up numbers that we still go like they're hard to break today because just of what you just said, where those guys are not hitting those 300s.
Yeah, they're not. There's records that will never be broken. He's got to have one. That's 7 or 8. I think it was 7 or 8 years in a row of all of those over those numbers. And first of all, no one nowadays is going to hit 300 ever for 8 years in a row anymore, ever. Well, hopefully not ever. Hopefully they change back to a little more contact and not the.
Not the only guy you got has a chance is Arise, but
yeah,
somehow he keeps getting moved around the league. I don't know how somebody
it's
hasn't just
crazy.
held on to him. Like, he's going to be on base. Put him in front of your big guys. Let him get on base, and you get 2 runs instead of 1 run. But
I don't know. They're talking about raising the mound again. So I don't know, like, what are we talking about here?
Was it about raising it higher?
Yes.
Yep.
Like, what? Why?
Didn't they lower it? Didn't they lower it after?
Yeah, they want to
Bob
go back
Gibson's
up.
Season. Now they want to go back up. They lowered it after Bob Gibson's season, right? I
Yeah.
think that's what it was.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Because I think it was 14 inches and it went to 12 or 10, something like that. Yeah.
10 and
I didn't
a
know
half
that.
at 10 and a half.
Now they're talking about raising it again, huh? That's oh my god! We'll get 106 mile an hour sinkers that go this much.
That's what happens when you can raise it and you have the sweeper now?
Sweeper, don't get me started. What a stupid name for a pitch.
I know. Tell us everyone what that pitch is called.
It's a slider.
It's a slurve.
I already texted him.
I get the slurve.
Slurve.
Because I threw a slider and a slower slider and a harder slider. So I guess mine would be I would throw a cutter, a sweeper. Do they actually call it a slurve?
No, they don't use it.
I've heard it called a slurving forever.
Yeah. So
That was what that's what they called it at one point, and now it came back into vogue.
I
As
remember
a
it being called a slurve, but now it's a sweeper. And then I heard one the other day. It's a splinker, a split sinker. Like, what the? Are we just inventing shit?
Yeah, we're just.
How do you throw that? So how do you throw a splinter?
I don't know. It's Skeens. It's Skeens that throws it, I believe.
All right,
Splinter.
JV, you
It's
know.
like a
So
split sinker.
I don't study his grips, so I don't know.
Two things.
I love the
I
fact when
don't even know how to throw a sinker, so
Wheeler had 14 strikeouts tonight, and he's not an all-star.
well, he missed half the season, but yeah, I get you.
So, all right, I have
He
to head
ended up
out.
with 14.
I got to
What was
go
the
pick
final
up my
score?
son. It's still going 4-1.
4-1, okay. Yeah, we were talking earlier. I don't get to watch the Reds games in North Carolina because that's in the viewership area. Freaking 8.5-hour drive.
what?
Yeah, it's 8. I think it's 8 full hours to Cincinnati from where I live.
That's crazy.
and the Reds games are blacked out.
All right. Well,
But
I got to head out. JV,
Yeah, me too.
take us
I gotta
out.
go to bed.
I got to go pick my son up at work.
All right. Well, again, thank you to Scott Eyre for joining us tonight on the Hall of Fame Club podcast. We really appreciate everybody joining us this evening. Come back next week. We'll probably have just as many shenanigans, just not as cool because we won't have Scott. But again, August 1st, if you're not busy, come on out to the Trenton Thunder Stadium. Check out the Homers for Hope Souls Home Run Derby contest going on. There's the swing off between Fuzzy and myself to really help this year's family. Check out the link above, homersforhope.org. And please, anything you can do to volunteer, donate, anything, those guys could use it. We definitely would appreciate it. And again, thank you all again for a great night. And thank you, Scott, for joining us. We really
My
appreciate it.
pleasure, man. Yeah, my pleasure.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Talk
Thank
to
you,
you guys
bro.
soon. All right, man.
Fuck the Mets.
Fuck the Mets.
Fuck the Mets.